What's going on, everybody? After giving it a few wearings and testing on my arm pretty much every single day since I got the bottle, I felt like it was time to give you my full review on one of the two newest releases from Zaharoff, its signature NOIR. Stay tuned. So even though I don't rate presentations anymore, I still like to cover them. So let's dive off into the box and then we'll take a look at the bottle. So as you can see, for those of you that have seen the video that I did with George for the launch, this is actually to mimic taking some thinner and wiping off some of the painted surface to mimic the bare metal underneath. Even though this isn't made of metal, this is supposed to mimic a metal plate. Signature NOIR. The new flankers are in all caps for their specific font that he created for it. 60 ml 2 ounce size on the front, which they do only come in 2 ounce. And then another one of the new touches is the Z logos all over. And when you put the box for NOIR and ROYALE together, they make a certain pattern. And with NOIR, you have more silver Z's with just a few little gold Z's, and is the opposite on ROYALE. And then same thing on the bottom, a little batch information. You open the box, silver reflective. These do not have the little inspirational cards like the original does, but that's enough of the box. Now on to this bottle. Same flask mold, only this is the 2 ounce size. Has that beautiful contour, Zaharoff in the glass. This beautiful purplish colored juice. This is actually a more fluorescent colored purple than the grayish purple that Signature Pour Homme has. This is Signature NOIR with that same font style on the front. Zaharoff. And you'll notice the cap always twists. It's easier to just twist it, pushes it right off. Silver atomizer. Some still have the copper atomizer. Now, as far as this cap, so he did change the cap. They are metal now. It's a painted metal, very heavy, got a lot of weight to it, and he did go ahead and put his logo on the interior of the caps as well. And then one of the best parts about upgrading to the metal cap now is, I had to put it by the microphone, that loud click of the metal hitting the glass. That is fantastic as well. And then standard atomizer. Oh, beautiful smell. So the atomizer doesn't do anything spectacular. It's not super sensitive to spray the juice, but it does its job, and it does its job well. So let's get into this scent. So I'll actually put the classification right here. It's an Oriental Woody, released in 2020, and then I'll put the notes right there for you. So as you can see, it's quite the large note breakdown for Signature NOIR. Now in the opening on this one, I'm actually going to give myself a nice little spray as a reminder. Give it a little second. In the opening, it's going to be bright. You're going to get a lot of bergamot, at least I do. This is all based off of my skin. A lot of bergamot. I don't really get much of the mandarin orange. I do get some of the coriander, but the accords that I'm going to get, that I get off the top, it's very bright, a little bit citrus, not too heavy on the citrus. Like I said, I get that bergamot. It's a juicy citrus. It's very green, and I get a lot of olibanum frankincense. Very, very smoky. It gives off that mysterious vibe, like I put in the thumbnail, mysteriously marvelous, because I think that's a good way to describe this fragrance. So once you get into that transition, the citrus calms down. The pink pepper comes out a little bit more, adding just a little touch of sweetness. This isn't a very sweet fragrance, but it does have a little supportive underlying sweetness, with the pink pepper providing some of that. And then that fir balsam and the cypress, you get a lot of greenery that really comes in, adding that little touch of herbaceous spice, because in no way is this a spicy fragrance. I wouldn't even consider that a top 5 accord, but there is a green herbaceousness that just adds that little tinge of spice. It's more fresh green than it is spicy green, kind of a fresh spicy, if you will. And then that incense comes out even more. It just gets smokier as that opening starts to calm down, and then you start to get a bit more woods. The myrrh comes in, that warmth, that resinous myrrh warmth that Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme is known for is still present in this one, because you will smell the original's DNA. Much more so in that transitional phase than in the opening. In the opening, you still get it, but it's more so in the transition because of that myrrh, the oud, and then the sandalwood starts to peek its head a bit more, adding a nice smooth creaminess as it starts to move in from the transition into that early dry down. And once you get into that deep dry down, early dry down, all the way through the deep dry down, the sandalwood comes out more and more. The myrrh is there the entire rest of the way. And then that frankincense starts to tone down more and more, and a slight musk starts to come up. Kind of the olibanum kind of gives off a little bit of a musky quality to it. I'm guessing that's contributing with it to give you that. But it's not an extremely musky fragrance. It's not a prominent accord. I just get a little muskiness in the background, just kind of supporting it because, like I said, the smokiness tones down quite a bit once you start drying down more and more over time. It's a gorgeous smell. It really is. It's what you would expect from Zaharoff. Signature Pour Homme got a 9 out of 10 in the scent category from me, and I still stand by that. And the same thing goes with Signature Noir. I'm going to give this one as well a 9 out of 10 in the scent category. Now, longevity. So it never seems to want to go away. It is an eau de parfum concentration, and it just hangs out. It's not, we'll get into projection in a little bit. It's loud in the beginning, but it gets closer and closer to the skin as time goes on, but it just keeps going and going and going all the way into the 10-hour mark for me. I was very impressed because I do get about 9 or 10 hours with the original as well. If I remember correctly, I believe he went with the 20% eau de parfum concentration, so this has a little bit more staying power than the original actually has. So it kind of has a mild aura where it'll still sit pretty close to your skin several hours in, but it never really becomes a skin scent until after about the 10-hour mark, I find. That sandalwood and the myrrh are just there for hours and hours and hours and hours. It's really awesome to have that type of longevity. And for that, I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10 as well. Now, speaking of that projection, so in the first hour to hour and a half, it's very prominent. It radiates pretty well off your skin. It's not a room-filling type of scent, but it's designed to pull in. This is a nighttime, mysterious type of fragrance, but I would argue that it's got the versatility and wearability that was maybe lacking with Signature Pour Homme, where I felt that was more specific for a dressier occasion, where I feel like this dresses down more so than Signature Pour Homme did, but it doesn't project quite as heavy. I would say within about an arm's length for that first hour and a half, and then it starts to sit not pretty close to the skin, but you're going to have a nice moderate aura around you for several hours. I would say on into the 5 to 6 hour range until it really starts to sit closer to the skin, to where I would say it's hovering just a few inches, depending on where you spray it, how the settings are, how the oils react with your skin. But for me, it was to about the 5 or 6 hour mark that it started to get really close to the skin. And for that, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10 in projection. Not a beast, but definitely not a super subtle fragrance either. Overall, Zaharoff Signature Noir from Zaharoff, in my opinion, is absolutely an 8.5 out of 10 fragrance. This is really good stuff, guys. I will be doing a full review on Royale probably next week. I've worn that one twice already as well, and I spray that one just about every day. These are beautiful, beautiful scents. There's a link down below. There are still a few bottles available for those of you that haven't ordered them yet. And then we're actually going to do something special for this video. So, as always, when it comes to my giveaways, we go with the same comment. So I'm going to get you to do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because to be entered, you do have to like this video, be subscribed to TLTG Reviews, and comment TLTG I'm in. And we're going to give away one 2-ounce bottle of Signature Noir. This can be shipped straight from Zaharoff, straight to your home. One lucky winner will get a full presentation bottle of Signature Noir. I will leave this up for 4 days beyond when this video goes live, which this video, at the recording of this, it's Monday, should go live on Tuesday the 27th, and we'll run that through Halloween. On Halloween, I'll announce a winner. So there you go. So once again, make sure you like this video, you subscribe to TLTG Reviews, and put in the comment section TLTG I'm in, and you'll be entered to win a 2-ounce bottle of Signature Noir. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on this, you give it a spray now, very confident you'll thank me later. Have a good one, guys.